I integrated this really cool LED light strip inside our shower curtain. Let me show you all the parts that you need in order to do that and how to do it. Let's go. So this entire project is very, very simple, and honestly just about anybody can do it themselves. But the way that we're going to go over this setup, I'll show you from the beginning all the way through to the end. You can replicate the exact same method of what we're doing, and you could do it for your shower niche if you're going to put a niche into your shower, or you could do it under cabinet lighting, anywhere else. It's the exact same process. So it all starts with the channel that you select. So for us, I have two channels linked. This is a 45-degree channel. Basically, when we install it like this, the light shines at a 45-degree angle out. But I'm also linking down below a channel that shines the light down. So if you are doing a shower niche, that's probably the one that you would use just to kind of go down with the light. So let's open this up and kind of go over the parts inside of it. So it has these little caps at the end. You don't necessarily have to use them unless, you know, they're exposed or whatever. So this little diffuser strip comes off here. And then inside, we see our 45-degree angle track. You see how it's on the 45? And then we see our light strip that goes inside of it. Inside that, as that light strip goes, it goes to this connector piece. And you want to make sure that when you're attaching the connections, you have your positive side goes to the red wire. Then you have your negative side goes to the black wire. Then you're going to put your diffuser strip on top of that and close it all up. The way that I attach this diffuser or this entire track to our tile is just a double-sided tape that I have linked down below. It's very, very strong. You can't take it off. It's very, very strong. One more tip that I want to give you guys before we move on to the other part is when you're cutting that light, and I also have this exact light link down below, these are your solder points right here. That's where you want to be cutting it. But you don't want to cut it right in the middle like it suggests. So it suggests for you to cut it right there in the middle. The way you want to cut it is cut it just a little bit towards the end, so you have more of that metal exposed. So when you are going into that connection piece, it just has a little bit more of that metal to connect to, okay? So once you cut that, it's going to go into this connector piece right here. You're going to screw down those screws. Then you're going to put your wire in there, screw those down as well, and then go. So for us, this wire is snaked underneath our shower pan, then goes out over there, and then it goes to our driver. Let's go over there. Now we're in the back of our shower. This is that speaker wire, the 16-2 speaker wire that then comes out. And again, I have all of these parts linked down below. You can get them exact same parts that you see here. As our speaker wire comes in here, we have our negative and we have our positive. Our positive is going to be the red wire. Then our negative is going to be the black wire. Then it goes into this driver and it drives around there and does whatever it's got to do to go from this voltage to this voltage. And then here we just have our regular 14-2 wire that you would wire your house with going into it. And here we have our load, neutral, and our ground. Then we'll put these caps back on, like so, holds the wire in place. And then this 14-2 wire snakes all the way back to our switch. Let's go there. So as we get into our bathroom here, I wanted to make sure that we just have a regular light switch here with a dimming feature. So we can go way down with it and then we can crank it all the way up. So for us, primarily, this is going to be our night light. So it's going to be probably about there for like most of the use. And I just wanted to make sure that we have a nice, good looking light switch. There's a huge assortment of them, different styles. So I didn't include that down below. If you guys go to Lowe's, Home Depot, whatever, you'll be overwhelmed with how many different styles they have. This is the one that I like and it kind of matches everything else. One last thing, I just want to make sure that your setup that you're running here is on a GFI circuit breaker. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Place for Pros newsletter and I'll see you in the next one.